Three-time Indian Wells champion Rafael Nadal cruised through Argentina's Diego Schwartzman 6-3, 6-1 after 1 hour and 15 minutes with 4 breaks of serve to reach the fourth round at the BNP Paribas Open at Indian Wells. Nadal did not face any breakpoint during his match against Schwartzman to improve the win-loss record in his head-to-head matches against the Argentine to 7-0. He scored 5 of these 7 matches in straight sets. Both players went on serve with no breaks in the first 7 games before Nadal converted his second break point to take a 5-3 lead, when Schwartzman netted a backhand. He closed out the first set with a hold of serve at 15 in the next game after 40 minutes. Nadal earned his first break at the start of the second set after forcing an error from Schwartzman. He went up a double break to open up a 3-0 lead after a backhand error from Schwartzman. Schwartzman got his first game on serve for 1-4, but he dropped his serve for the third time in the 7th game to lose the second set 6-1, when he sent a backhand long. In his first 2 tournaments of the year, Nadal reached the Australian Open final and lost to Nick Kyrgios in Acapulco. He is bidding to win his 4th title in Indian Wells and his first win at this tournament since 2001. Nadal will face Serbian qualifier Filip Krajinovic, who upset Daniil Medvedev 6-3, 6-2 in just 78 minutes. Krajinovic won his 5 matches at this year's edition of Indian Wells, including the qualifying round, without losing a set. The Serb won 57% of his second serve points and fended off the 2 break points he faced. Garbine Muguruza reached the quarter-finals at Indian Wells with a top 10 win over Kiki Bertens. Garbine Muguruza, at BNP Paribas Open, Twitter. Garbine Muguruza edged Kiki Bertens in an epic 5-7, 6-1, 6-4 win to reach the Indian Wells quarter-finals. The Spaniard, who benefited from Serena Williams' withdrawal, continued her good run with a 2.5-hour win over the world number 7. It was one of her best performances in the last year as she reaches the quarter-finals at Indian Wells and continues a sizzling week. In the last 8, she will now face 18-year-old Canadian Bianca Andreescu after she defeated Zhang Wang 7-5, 6-2 to continue an unbelievable season. The 2-time Grand Slam champion should have sealed the match in straight sets after being a break-up 3 times in the opening set. However, the 7th seed continued to fight back in the match with a lot of variety and angles, keeping Muguruza alert at all times. Incredibly, the confident Bertens managed to take the first 7-5 after winning the last 4 games as the world number 20 looked frustrated. The Bertens comeback didn't deter Muguruza though, as she struck back in sensational fashion, securing the second set with 3 breaks of serve. In the third set, both women shared breaks at the start as both defenses were being tested thoroughly, although both passed the test. It was a battle of wills out there, and after 2.5 hours, on an epic match point, Bertens was the one to blink as Muguruza sealed the set 6-4 and with it the match. It's at Garba Muguruza claiming the match over Bertens 5-7, 6-1, 6-4. Fire. I think that being a tall player and being aggressive is very good, but at the same time, you have to be able to be athletic and be able to hang in there and run and have a good movement, as well. So I can combine both game styles. It's great to see Muguruza back in this form, which so many people have been wishing to see on a more regular and consistent basis. She will need to use this form in the quarterfinals as she play the confident Bianca Andreescu tomorrow. The 18-year-old Auckland finalist defeated Zhang Wang 6-2, 7-5 in an impressive display. It has been a breakthrough year for Andreescu, and with her current form being produced, tomorrow's clash is set to be a fierce and highly competitive affair. Hubert Hurkacz upset Kei Nishikori, setting up a 4th-round match against Denis Shapovalov at the BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells. Polish rising star Hubert Hurkacz rallied from 1 set down to edge past Kei Nishikori 4-6, 6-4, 6-3, advancing to the 4th round at a Masters 1000 event for the first time in his career. Nishikori converted his only break point in the third game and held his next service games to clinch the first set 6-4. The second set went on serve with no break points until the ninth game, when Hurkacz saved two chances before holding his serve at deuce. The Pole converted his third breakpoint chance on his second deuce to seal the second set 6-4. Nishikori went up a break on his second chance in the first game of the third set, but Hurkacz broke straight back on his second opportunity at deuce. Nishikori fended off two breakpoint chances to hold his service game at deuce in the fourth game for 2-2, but he dropped his serve in the sixth game when a double fault. Hurkacz held his next two service games to close out the match. Hurkacz now leads 2-0 in his head-to-head matches against Nishikori. He beat the Japanese player last February in Dubai. Last year Hurkacz was ranked world number 212 in the ATP ranking and had not scored a single ATP Tour win. After qualifying for the next-gen ATP Finals in Milan last November, Hurkacz has reached the fourth round at a Masters 1000 tournament for the first time in his career. He has reached a career high of world number 67. Hurkacz will face Canadian next-gen Denis Shapovalov, who beat Marin Cilic 6-4, 6-2 in just 78 minutes. Shapovalov dropped just 3 service points and saved the 2 breakpoints he faced. Shapovalov converted the only breakpoint chance of the first set in the fifth game at deuce for 3-2 and held his next service games at deuce to close out the first set 6-4. The young Canadian player came back from 30-40 down to break serve in the fifth game at the third deuce for 3-2. He saved a break-back point to hold his serve with an ace before breaking for the second time for 5-2. He served out the second set at 30 to secure his spot in the fourth round. He is bidding to reach his third Masters 1000 semi-final after the Rogers Cup in 2017 and the Madrid Mutual Open in 2018 and his third quarter-final of the season after Montpellier and Rotterdam. Tuesday's schedule is jam-packed with big matches around the grounds. Roger Federer, photo by Chrysaline Caio, copyright at Sport Vision. Not only will the men's bottom half conclude on day 9, but all women's round of 16 matches will also take place. And on top of that, due to the rain upsetting last night's schedule in the desert, Novak Djokovic will play his match against Philipp Kohlschreiber. That means we'll have Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, Wawrinka, Cilic, Osaka, Halep, Kerber, Muguruza, and Venus Williams all in action. A total of 71 major singles titles will be represented in singles matches on Tuesday. Roger Federer, 4 vs. Stan Wawrinka embed from Getty Images. This is the 25th meeting between these Swiss friends. Federer has won 21 of those matches, with his only 3 losses coming on clay. They last played in Cincinnati last year, a match in which Wawrinka thoroughly tested Federer, yet Roger prevailed in 3. They also met in the final here in Indian Wells 2 years ago, which saw Federer win in straight sets. In his opening round on Sunday, Federer easily dispatched of Peter Gojowczyk in less than 90 minutes. Wawrinka meanwhile needed almost 3.5 hours to overcome Martin Fucsovics in a thrilling battle on Sunday night. It's hard to see Stan having enough left to defeat and inform Federer on a hard court this evening. Angelique Kerber, 8 vs. Aryna Sabalenka, 9, embed from Getty Images. This could be good. The 31-year-old Kerber and 20-year-old Sabalenka have never met before. How will Aryna's power stand up against the defense of Kerber? Sabalenka was the breakout star of the WTA in 2018. And she started off 2019 strongly as well, lifting the trophy in Shenzhen during the first week of the year. She's simmered a bit in the past 2 months though, starting with an upset loss to 18-year-old American Amanda Anisimova in Melbourne. Kiki Bertens then got the better of her in St. Petersburg, and Bencic took her out in a final set tiebreak in Dubai. However, none of those are bad losses considering the competition. On the other side of the net, Kerber has had an unremarkable season to date, with her biggest disappointment coming in Australia. It was there that Danielle Collins, a player not all that dissimilar from Sabalenka, allowed her just 2 games. Could this be a similar situation? The slower conditions in the desert may prevent that, though Kerber is only 15-10 lifetime at Indian Wells. Well, I'm not sure who will win. I'm confident their clash of styles and shared competitive nature will make this captivating. Other notable matches on day 9. Embed from Getty Images. Novak Djokovic 1 vs. Philip Kohlschreiber, a match where only 1 game was completed last night. Naomi Osaka 1 vs. Belinda Bencic 23, who was the champion in Dubai just a few weeks ago. Rafael Nadal 2 vs. Diego Schwartzman 25, who is 0-6 against Nadal but tested him in 2 near 4 hours matches last year. Simona Halep 2 vs. 19-year-old Marketa Vondrousova, who already upset 2 seeds in this tournament. Elena Svitolina 5 vs. Ash Barty 12, Kiki Bertens 7 vs. Garbine Muguruza 20, Marin Cilic 10 vs. Denis Shapovalov 24, Venus Williams vs. Mona Brothel.